on your trading view chart, down at the bottom of the chart where it has this ETH, you can flip between regular trading hours and extended trading hours down here. And so in extended trading hours, what that is, it just shows you, pre-market before the market actually opens and so in central time, it opens at 8:30 central, right? But pre-market opens up early in, around 3 a.m. or so, right? And so this yellow looking, area of the chart represents the morning or pre-market. And this blue area represents like post-market. So once the market closes, you know, people can still buy and sell, shares in this little area right here. So one thing that you can capture from pre-market is the pre-market high and the pre-market low. So let me just turn this off so you can see it better. So what that means is that you want to take the highest candle during pre-market. So if I go take the highest candles, and so I'm gonna go up to the high, and I'm gonna grab and I'm gonna find the candle that went the lowest, which is I think this one over here, right? And so I'm gonna drag a box and I'm gonna put a box over here. And so now with me grabbing the high of pre-market and the lower pre-market, if I flip back now to my regular trading hours, now I have a pre-market high and low zone on my chart. And you can see that when SPY broke under the pre-market low, you see how SPY stock price was bearish all day. And look at these wicks. These wicks are the pre-market low is going to be a liquidity level. So when price goes back up here, you see how it's rejecting every time it touches the pre-market low. And it got stuck under there. And so when I partner that up with my wolf chart confirmation system, because I know what the pre-market low is. So now if I turn on my wolf chart and you still using the same confirmation system, but just considering the pre-market low, uh, the stop my bias has switched to SPY is weak because it's under the pre-market low. So I'm looking for confirmations that fit my bias. I want to look for some downside targets because SPY is weak now and it's under the pre-market low. So now I can see during the market open here, I'm opening up with a bearish arc, right? And so now I'm under the pre-market low with a weak candle. I'm pushing up, and then I also get a level 3 confirmation here for the next leg down. So you can just see that because I'm under, maybe I need to change this to a different color for y'all can keep up with it. All right, so let's make the pre-market low yellow so you can see it better. All right, so now that I'm under my pre-market low, my bias is to look for bearish price action. So I'm under my pre-market low. Now I'm under my 200. I'm under my 12. So my 200 is red. My 12 is red. My WTMA is pointing down. Everything is showing me that price action is bearish. Nothing about SPY looking at it tells me my risks need to be jumping into calls, right? Because my 200 is red. My 12 is red. These small little patches are called fair value gaps, but this happens when momentum is pushing you down super fast. So everything about SPY just looks bearish, right? You're under the 200, you're under the 12, you're under your pre-market level. So it looks bearish, right? And so if we look at something like Dollar General, for example, let's go back and do the same thing, extend it. Do this thing even trade pre-market? They don't really even have a pre-market level. So let's skip them. Let's see. I'm just trying to find something that held up decent today. I think Tesla did okay starting out, but I think it ended up turning bearish. Let's see. Let's look at Tesla, and we'll see kind of what their pre-market was looking like. All right, so now we have Tesla. This is from today, right? So look at Tesla. I'm gonna grab this is the highest candle. I'm gonna go to the top of this wick. I'm gonna make a box to the lowest candle, and I'm gonna stretch it across. All right, so now I'm looking at the low of this candle and the high of that candle. So that took care of my pre-market session, right? And so now I'm gonna go back to regular trading hours, and you see how Tesla broke under the pre-market low. It came back up into it, and it wicked inside of it, rejected, Then we got a candle that opened and closed fully under the pre-market level. And then it just took its time respecting the automated support and resistance levels.